Nagbabalik po ang Frontliners. Papalapit na po ang 2015 at isa sa yung naabangan natin ay ang ASEAN integration. How do we prepare for this? At ano syempre ang magiging role ng bansang Hapon dito sa ASEAN integration dahil alam naman po natin na merong pag-uusap between the ASEAN countries and Japan. So pwede natin rin itanong po dyan sa ating ambassador sa Japan. Mr. Ambassador.
Ang paniniwala ko, we will be ready for ASEAN integration by 2016. Ang importante lang talaga dito is that we must be very competitive because syempre we will have to compete with the 9 other ASEAN countries. Like if we want to sell our product, importante na very competitive. Hindi lang competitive, kung hindi, we must maintain also the high quality na mga produkto natin para yung ating mga produkto ang pipiliin ng mga ibang bansa. So it's going to be a very competitive era. Pero sa nakikita ko, magaling ang Pilipino. Ang mga Filipino workers are very good. Ang professionals natin are very skilled. Palagay ko, we will not be left behind here. Kaya natin ito.
Kanina po, pinag-usapan po natin yung overseas absentee voting, Mr. Ambassador. Ilan po ang registered voters dyan sa bansang Hapon?
Unfortunately, Erin, not very many. Kasi karamihan ng mga kababayan natin dito are already permanent residents here in Japan, not been following very much ang politics sa bansa natin. Nadidetach sila. Kaya every time we attend a Filipino community event, we remind them that they are entitled to the overseas absentee voting. Ang katotohanan, marami sa kanila don't even know anymore who the candidates are. They are not very active and some of them do not go home to our country regularly. For them, ito na talaga ang country nila. Kaya sometimes hindi sila masyado interesado. Pero for the younger ones, yung mga estudyante, mga OFWs who are still very current in what is happening in our country and they still keep in touch with what is going on, yun ang mga interested in exercising their right to vote.
Alam natin na, Mr. Ambassador, na maybe 15-20 years ago, marami ring mga Hapon ang pumupunta dito sa Pilipinas at talagang pinipili ito as one of the tourist destinations. Hanggang ngayon pa ba, ganun pa rin ang dami ng mga Hapon na pumupunta dito sa ating bansa?
We expect na by the end of this year, roughly around 500,000 Japanese tourists are going to visit the country. This is up from less than 400,000 4 years ago. Mas maraming Hapon ngayon ang interesadong pumunta sa bansa natin, especially with the addition of many more flights between Japan and the Philippines. Between Tokyo and Manila alone, there are 11 daily flights between the two capitals. Kung bibilangin mo pa yung mga galing sa Osaka, Nagoya, at Fukuoka, mga Hapon gusto nila pumunta sa Cebu province. So this is an area where I think is a growth industry and tourism. So I hope that we can also improve our facilities para mga Hapon will also enjoy the nice things that we have to offer in our country.
Mr. Ambassador, ganun rin yata marami ngayong Pilipino nagkakaroon rin ng interest na bumisita dyan sa bansang Japan, no? Mahirap ba mag-apply ng Japanese visa?
Ngayon, inuwagan na ng Japan ang visa requirements natin. For as long as you apply with one of 4 accredited travel agents, sila magpoproseso ng papeles mo because they are familiar already with what the requirements are. You can get it in a week's time. And they give now multiple entry visas now and valid now for 3 to 5 years. So talagang maraming mga kababayan ngayon na pupunta rito because they are beginning to discover now the beauty of Japan. At ang Japan hindi naman ganun kamahal eh. Dati-dati natatakot ang marami, ang mga ordinary tourists dahil napakamahal daw. Now with the entry of the internet with Wi-Fi, mag-Google ka lang, makikita mo na dyan kung depending kung ano ang budget mo, how much you're willing to spend per day in Japan. Makakahanap ka ng mga murahin na hotel o yung mga tinatawag nila bed and breakfast establishments na mura lang talaga. So you have a place to stay lang overnight, and then you can even procure now your train tickets in advance. Just plan where you intend to go. This is how many Filipino tourists are doing now. Meron na sila mga prepaid tickets to go to the different cities and prefectures all over Japan. And it's much cheaper doing it that way.
I think yung takot kasi po, Mr. Ambassador, pag sinasabi, yung currency kasi nila, they talk about, ewan ko, anong tawag ba doon? Lapad? Yung isang more than 1,000 yens is equal to so many dollars. So people would think that it was so expensive to go there. At least ngayon, nababasag na yung ganong pagtingin. May kumalat na news report before, Mr. Ambassador, na the Japanese were thinking of dropping the need for a visa. Is there any truth to this news report?
We are working on this very hard. And we hope that in the near future, Japan will also lift the visa requirements, similar to what they have done already with Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and soon Indonesia. We are also requesting the government of Japan that we also be given the same privileges like the other 4 ASEAN countries. Talagang very, very liberal na ang pag-grant ng mga visas papunta rito. Kaya it's not anymore difficult kamukha nung dati.
Marami pong salamat, Ambassador Manuel Lopez, Embassy in Japan.
My pleasure.
Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, kasama ang mga nangunguna sa pakikipag-ugnayan ng bansa sa ating kapwa sa mga sulok ng mundo, anumang oras at anumang panahon. Sa ngalan po ni Kuya Daniel Razon, I am Congressman Erin Tañada for Frontliners.